Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Tyler's Top 10s. Today we're going to look at hockey, more importantly an original six team and the oldest NHL franchise. Now I know you're sitting there thinking, oh, not the Montreal Canadiens. Now I'm not going to go into their extensive history or their 24 Stanley Cup wins. This top 10 is something special. It's the top 10 reasons to hate the Montreal Canadiens. Our list will begin with number 10, Patrick Roy. One of the greatest goaltenders in the past 25 years of hockey, he spent 11 years with the Montreal Canadiens. One thing we know about Roy for sure over his years of play is he has a very short temper. The past couple of years he's taken up coaching in the minors. He's coaching in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League, and various videos have shown him losing his temper, throwing water bottles and various other things on the ice and at the referees. This guy coaching? What a joke. Number 9 on our list is it happened in early 2009 when the team was running into some financial troubles. Now, there was 10 investors that were bidding on the team to purchase them. One of these parties that was led by Celine Dion, famous Canadian pop star and songwriter. Now, when media and everyone got word of this, no one seemed to be embarrassed by it. Why not? Number 8 is the 2009 All-Star Game. It was held in Montreal, Quebec, so you figure there would be some Canadian influence in there. The Habs had 4 players selected to the team due to online voting and fan voting. Now, Carey Price made it and beat out Martin Brodeur, who went on to have 45 wins that season. Pretty incredible when Price only went on to win 13 games that year. But that brings me to my point. 4 players made that starting line for the All-Star team on the East, when most teams only have 1 player that makes the team. Is that fair? I don't think so. Number 7 is a heavily talked about thing in Montreal. The media and fans feel that it's very important for their team to be primarily French-Canadian players. Now, most would choose a French-Canadian team over a good competitive team. I think that's just stupid. What are you guys thinking? After the lockout, a salary cap was implemented on NHL teams. Roughly around $60 million a year, you have to fit all your teams into that cap with their yearly salary. Now, that means a lot of roster changes happen each year, and people get shifted around and new teammates get aboard. Now, at the start of each season, each NHL team likes to go to various little outings and gatherings to kind of have a bonding time. Team bonding, get to know the person, pick your roommate for the year, so on and so forth. Now, the Montreal Canadiens, however, last year went to a place called Teen Ranch. No comment. Number 5 is one of the worst off-season moves the Montreal Canadiens organization could have ever done. They traded away their playoff backstop and number 1 goaltender last year, Yaroslav Halak. Halak posted a .923 save percentage and a 2.55 goals against average in their playoff run to the conference finals. Yet, at the end of the year, their best player throughout the playoffs and most of the season, they traded away for pretty much nothing. That's going to come back and bite them in the... Number 4 is about one of the greatest goal scorers in NHL history. Maurice the Rocket Richard played with the Montreal Canadiens from 1942 to 1960. He was the first player to rack up 50 goals in 50 games and 500 goals consecutively in his career. They actually named the Maurice Rocket Richard Trophy, and they hand it out each season to the player in the NHL who ranks up the most goals per season. Now, also, the Rocket has been adapted by a few things as its nickname, but I would hate to see Maurice's reaction when he found out it got named to an adult toy line. I stumbled upon number 3 when I was doing research for my top 10 list. Now, this thing is the mascot for the Montreal Canadiens and the old Montreal Expos baseball team. The thing is called Yuppie, and it's just creepy. I don't know if it was one of the rejected Muppets, or if it's some junkie off the side of Sesame Street. All I know is it's freaky, and that's that. Number 2 is one of the most annoying things I've ever heard in a hockey game. If you ever watched the Montreal Canadiens in the playoffs, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's the soccer chant, the ole 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 that they sing. It's a soccer chant. That's where it's from. Keep it in soccer. I know you guys like to think you're European and you're all for your separatism and everything, but that's besides the point. This is hockey, not soccer. Keep it for the pitch. Before we get to number 1, let's go through the list again. Number 10 was Patrick Roy. Number 9, Celine Dion. Number 8, the 2009 All-Star Game. Number 7, the French team. Number 6, the Teen Ranch. Number 5, Yaroslav Halak. Number 4, the Rocket. Number 3, Yuppie. Number 2, Ole Ole Ole. And finally, the number 1 reason. As a Maple Leafs fan, I hate the Habs because they're our rivals. It's the best rivalry in the NHL. It's the most heated games. It's always back and forth. It always comes right down to the wire. Past couple seasons, it's been a game difference between us and Montreal. We always get a leg up the past couple years, but we're flipping the coin soon. Go Leafs go. Anyways, I hope you catch me next week where I'm going to do a top 10 reasons to hate Sean Avery.